When it comes to actually making direct investments, it's critically important to ensure that the structure itself aligns interests between the investors and the business. That is, make sure to structure the investment as a win-win. So what is a win-win investment? Each party should receive an appropriate gain as the business does well based upon their contributions, money and resources from investors, or time and experience from the managers. A win-win investment aligns interests. It ensures that returns are balanced and fair between operators and leaders and investors based upon their respective contributions. A win-win investment considers the contributions required for success. Look at the efforts and energies applied to achieve milestones and overlay those with the free cash flows from the business. The structure that makes the most sense should provide an appropriate upside for all parties involved based upon the business needs to achieve those milestones. At the end of the day, you want to make sure the investment structure reinforces trust between all parties to ensure decisions are made that benefit everyone. So, why do win-win investments matter? A win-win structure facilitates a partnership mindset that allows everyone to operate with a more collaborative or a rising tide structure. This creates more value for everyone over the long run. Here are some other reasons that win-win structures matter. You don't want to burn out operators. That could lead to an ongoing conflict of interest between investors and managers or leaders, which translates to potential bad behavior or legal exposure. Misaligned structures create built-in conflicts of interest and encourage short-sighted decision-making. Everyone will get better results with a more collaborative structure and a long-term mindset. Operators will be able to make decisions with confidence, knowing others have their back. Investors can trust that operators or leaders are acting in their best interest when everything is aligned correctly. Now, let's talk about how to create win-win investments. First, there's no baseline or normal structure or one-size-fits-all to achieve this. So, this is really where experience and understanding the business should facilitate a candid conversation between investors and operators or leaders. At the end of the day, the primary metric is money. Consider things like the following. Are the operators or leaders receiving a base paycheck? Do they have some kind of bonus or performance incentive that aligns interests with investors? Are investors seeking a minimum return in the form of some kind of preference, like returning investment capital prior to operators receiving dividends or disbursements? Consider other non-monetary aspects and contributions within a given partnership. That includes things like time demands and non-monetary benefits. These vary based upon the business, but keep an eye out for these other factors when you're structuring a deal. All of these things add up to create the required elements for a business to achieve milestones and become successful. When it comes to having conversations with operators and leaders, there are some things investors can do to lead things along. First, determine exactly what you need prior to negotiating. This may require several initial meetings with everyone involved to ensure that you have an accurate understanding of everything. After that, work to distill down to the risks you are comfortable with and the return you would like to see based upon the risks you feel you would be taking. After this, make a point to invest the time to understand the other party's needs. This includes things like what are their concerns, what other factors are important to them that may have a minimal impact on you. How can you give them a win along the way to establish rapport? After you've considered these factors, then you're ready to sit down and have the real investment negotiation. Begin the negotiation with an honest conversation about each party's interests or needs and what you can do to build a partnership foundation. Discuss and evaluate or adjust the structures collaboratively to find terms that allow all parties to achieve desired outcomes. In conclusion, again, there's no one-size-fits-all or a silver bullet to align investment structures. But there are a ton of different factors to consider and go into every detail. At Transfigure, we have a lot of experience putting these type of structures in place on both sides of the table. We advise investors and operators or leaders on these type of transactions all the time. If we can help, or if you'd like us to take a look at your deal and just give you our 2 cents, we'd be happy to do that. We hope you get in touch.